Hello, everyone, and welcome to this new Bitcoin technical analysis update. Um, so I will start once again with my high time frame analysis, and then a quick recap of what has happened in the past few days. To start off, my bias is still not changed. I have quite an interesting stance because at this moment within the crypto space there's a lot of bearishness. I know that a lot of people are definitely expecting lower prices. I've heard 68k, 65k, even much lower prices, 55k. Everyone is definitely expecting a continuation of this higher time frame downtrend. So therefore it is quite a stance to be opposed to that opinion. And my opinion is based on not only my feeling, but also it's also based on data of the order flow. As you guys know, this move up was on low volume. Not many people got involved in this long trade. So based on this volume and the developing market psychology, so that everyone here starts to get bearish. Why? Because there's probably like a hidden emotion. We have missed this long, so right now price must go down so that we can still get into our longs. So I was really so based on that order flow, based on this market psychology, and then people start to heavily open up shorts here. And I know like people were already bearish as soon as we hit 78k. People were already opening up short positions, and like they're not clear within their ideas. They're like, it's not a good way to trade, right? Because there were so many people, we're bearish here, let's open up a short. But what is the idea here? Because they were opening up shorts and they were held underwater for weeks. What if price here just went straight through? I've seen videos where people had liquidation. Their liquidation price was at 87k, 86k. What if price went up here? You know, this is trading without a trading plan. People were opening up shorts here, expecting to move down. So right now, they're obviously in profits, yes, but you cannot trade like that. You need to have a trading plan. That's why, and it's a trading plan starts with surrounding market structure, with intention, with levels of resistance and support, order flow. And that's why I took the short here. As you guys know, I've shared that in my previous updates. But my intention, like I knew the intention of the short was not to take this all the way down. Like I said, if you've watched my videos, and I told you I'm taking this short because there are a lot of exposed longs as well who want to long this to 92k. We've seen the bearish divergences here. So if I zoom out, we've had the bearish divergences here. Not on Bybit, but on Binance they were, and you know the volume on Binance is much more. So right here, you see on this high, with clear bearish divergences, a higher high on a CVD, lower high in price, and a clear supply area here. And there were many more reasons. But my intention was, I wanted to take this short because there were a lot of exposed longs. So I was afraid these longs, they will get squeezed out. And right now, all of these longs are out of their position because you can see all of this liquidity has been taken right now. And you know, 73.1k was a level I was always waiting for, and we never got it, right? Here, I knew we were not going to get it. And, you know, like several weeks later, right here, I was obviously thinking about it. I knew this whole area was support, right? This whole area was support. Why? And this is my second reason why I think this is a major support level, and why I think the price will bounce from this area. So number one is order flow reasons and market psychology, which I've just explained. And number two is all of these longs have been stopped out. And number three, we're currently retesting this previous range. So this whole area is key support. If we do not hold this area, then we will go down to the range low again. So this is a key support area. That is not only theory, but I can also and see it practically. I can see that once price, based on my experience, once price gets acceptance within the range high, then price will go to the range low. And this is the range high. 73.8k is the range high. You can see we're retesting right now the range high, but high time frame levels require high time frame candle sticks below it to confirm a loss of a level. So right, these are 4-hour candles. So we'll know within a week or so if this price will hold or not. So that is my high time frame idea. Now for an entry trigger, you obviously need, you can either just step into the trade, like I said, you can just open up a long here in validation, 70k, and also position sizing according to your risk management. No financial advice. Or you can go, and this is a difficult one, because you need to be an experienced trader to be able to time the lows, because you need an entry trigger, right? And you need to be able to adapt to changing conditions, because here we had the long and we had a 4% bounce, and here I was bullish, but then the order flow started to change, and this market structure I did not like. So therefore I updated on my posts here. There are quite some strong bearish CVDs, divergence being developed here. Thus, I've taken more profits on that long. And here I'm saying I'm expecting a move down, because people were long up here. They were, and they were probably looking for this trade right here. And I started to see that they were being held, and then you need to be able to adapt according to the change of the situation. I even took a short when New York session opened, took out the high here. You can see this wick here. New York session opened. This is something which happens a lot. If the New York session is so dominant in Bitcoin, if New York session is bearish, then what you'll usually see is a squeeze up and then go down. When New York session is bullish, then you'll see a swing failure. So price impulsively goes down, and then it gets continuation. It's, by the way, very surprising that the stock market is just making new all-time highs, and Bitcoin is lacking. It's that's quite unfortunate, but it's still, I'm very convinced. It's yeah. Let me just take a sip of water first. So let's just zoom in real, like what can we expect locally here. So I've posted a new I've posted a new post. I've uploaded a new post here. I'm long on 73.1k, like I said here. We indeed went down lower base of the new data and local market structure and order flow. I'm currently long from 73.1k based on high time frame support. yeah, based on a high time frame support we have, and we've also have nice local markets. I like this market structure here. Should price go down 72.5k and we do not get a swing for you back up, then I will close the trade for a loss. So we went down, we took the low again, and now we're still consolidating. So what can we see in the current order flow? We have bullish divergences here. So okay, look, I have taken already some profits here because this is a potential intraday resistance area, but I'm not shorting here because this is way too low. If you zoom out, you can never open a short here. Like I said, I am bullish, but I'm not even interested in a scalp short here because this is not a place to short in my opinion. And moreover, we have bullish divergences here, especially on Bybit. You can see here. So this move up, yeah, a lot of longs stopped out here, and then new longs opened. You see a lot of new longs opened here. That's bullish. New shorts opening here, and right now we're testing the highs. And you can see here these shorts, they were stopped out here on the high, but then new shorts opened here. So you can see here 8.4 million shorts, they opened here. On this move down, a long started closing, but these shorts are still in the trade. And now here more shorts are opening. Here 7.5 million shorts and 6 million shorts, and here new shorts are opening and they're being held right now. You can see bullish divergences. You see here a higher low and a big lower low on the CVD, you know, and we'll get massive bullish divergences in regards with this low. We already have bullish divergences. So we have here this higher low, and we already have a lower low on the CVD. So people are shorting this hard, and we're seeing absorption of these shorts. So that is a bullish sign right now. And on the lower time frame, we're also right now, we're retesting currently this range high. So this is definitely not a short here. Definitely not. And I've taken profits on this long, but I am, you know, I'm still expecting higher. Just my opinion based on everything. You know, it's like it's a probability, right? And you know, based on all the data, and based on this data as well, this local time frame, local time frame data, I'm expecting higher. Yeah, like there will probably come a day where I'll be invalidated on my idea, but it doesn't happen a lot. If I'm being really honest, like people who watch my videos, people who attentively watch my videos, then they know that I'm barely ever wrong. But it will happen one day, and if that happens, so when I'm wrong is if, in my opinion, 70k gets taken out. It is obviously possible that we'll just take out 70k and then we'll go up. You know, it's much possible, but I don't like to see that, because then this whole structure has been broken. And I think a lot of people are waiting for 70k, and oh yeah, the most important reason, if we hit 70k, then we've gotten acceptance within this range. So that is a retracement which is too deep in my opinion. So that's why I don't like to see 70k, right? But yeah, there will probably come a day where I'll be wrong with my idea, and that can happen. I swear to God, I cannot remember a time, only here, I cannot remember when I was like clearly wrong with my setups and my ideas. I cannot remember the last time. So it barely ever happens. but it will probably happen one time, and this may be the time where I'll be wrong. And if that happens, then I'll just move on, right? I have risk management. I know that I'm a profitable trader, so it doesn't affect me. But yeah, that's just my opinion, right? It's very clear. This whole area is support. This is my invalidation right now, under 70k, and we'll see what happens, right? So if we go up, that's what I want to. If we'll go up, then the first target where I'll be expecting some like first resistance is 92k. So if we get a real sign of strength and we actually start to get acceptance above 86k, then I will cover a new technical analysis where I'll be discussing new setups within this area. But for now, it's not appropriate to be talking about these levels right now, because we're still very far from these levels. Should price go down, then then I'll still be looking for longs, because the 70k, 65k are no places to look for shorts. So should price go down to these levels, then I will cover new setups in a new update. But it's also not appropriate to be talking about these levels when we're still quite far away from it. So that's what I wanted to share for today, and that's it for now. Thanks for watching, and on to the next video.